Let's look at the sorting floor. Just remember where I was. All right, so we had our temporary variable. We had I and J's. So what does this do? So we have this code will put down that. Okay. So we say 1882 is we said temp2 -1. That's weird. What is it doing anymore? Okay. This is where I threw this is where I stopped. So I guess I got to comparisons, which is fine. So we copy from what J is referencing, and then we copy it to temp. Apparently I felt like doing that, which isn't entirely necessary. Let's pull up my code for comparison for insertion sort. Okay, so we're setting I is equal to 0. Then we want to set J is equal to I, which I don't think I did. Oh wait, yes I did. I did that here in this I and R comment, whatever the hell that meant. Len, and then so I is equal to 0 So for I is equal to 0, I is less than len. I plus plus. Okay. What was I doing? Okay, so we another part of our condition is we test while J is greater than 0, we need to still run this. So we copy from J, we subtract. We say if J is 0, then we don't do anything. We jump back to the outer loop statement. And we also need to bump I. So once we're done with this code, we bump up I. And then we jump to our outer. So that should do something. I don't really know what. Oh, I know what this is supposed to be doing. So I know this will handle the first iteration of our I, or of our outer loop. So put those in, and then we say we copy 0 into J. J is 0, so we shouldn't actually do anything. So we're not supposed to copy from J. We're supposed to jump if 0 out, and we don't do any copying from what J is pointing to. Otherwise, we test if what's held in J is less than what's held in J minus 1. So we need to copy it. So we copy from J, we copy it into temp. So I was doing that. And then we start subtracting from J, and then we subtract from what J is pointing to, and then if that is negative, then we do a swap. Otherwise, we don't do a swap. So this is where we're going to store our swap routine. Otherwise, we jump back to this part of the loop. So our inner loop. So when we do a swap, that should be fine, because we have something stored in temp already. So load those in. Put down 0 in J. We bump up I, and we skipped an iteration. That's good. Something about what I'm doing is wrong. Pretty dramatically so. So, when I don't need this copy from 24 and copy into I. I need to do this part. So this initializes the loop, instead of doing the loop body of it. Okay, so we put down array, we copy in zeros into I and J, and we put down 22, we bump down J, we subtract, we need to copy from, So after we do our bump, we need to copy from temp, and then do our subtraction and do it from that. Okay, so we grab 31, we copy that into temp. We subtract 31 from 76, so that's negative 45, so we're supposed to do a swap now. So when we do our swap, we... let's see, we have our temp variable. So we copy... So we copy to J. No, we don't copy to J. To J. We copy from... So what do we have in there? We have what we're comparing against, so we'll have the thing that's in J's position. So we need to copy from what J is currently pointing to, and we copy that into... No. We copy from what J is currently pointing to. Hang on. So we're holding temp, which means we need to copy from temp. What the hell? I know how to do a swap, I just don't know how to do it like with the way things are set up. But we need to use our temp variable. So we copy from temp into... No, I need to do it the other way around. Okay, so if we copy from what J is pointing to into temp, and then copy it into... okay, so I need to copy from... temp is potentially the smaller number. Okay, so temp is holding our smaller number, which is not useful at all, so we're not going to copy to temp after all. We do need to copy to temp, so we still need temp in the first place, at any rate. So we copy from what J is pointing to, and then we copy that to our temporary, we copy that into our temporary variable. Son of a bitch, this is annoying. Son of a bitch, this is really annoying. Because I'm just trying to figure out how to swap two adjacent values. So if we copy from what J is pointing to, and we copy it to... If we bump up J, we get it replaced. So if we copy from what J is pointing to, and then copy it into temp, if I have a second temporary variable, it's fucking fine. Okay, so this is temp 2. Pain in the ass. So we copy from what J is pointing to, we copy it into temporary 2. And then we copy... Okay, so we copied into temp 2, so we then copy to... we copy from temp, we copy to what J is pointing to, and then we copy from temp 2, and we bump J. We copy from temp 2, we copy it to what J is pointing to, and that should do the swap, and then we need to bump J down again, and then jump back to this part of the loop. That was fucking horrible. Let's see what happens. Watch as this ends up being perfectly it and I've beaten the puzzle. I significantly doubt that, but we'll find out. Worker play mini golf there. Who said anything about mini golf? We didn't play any mini golf. I don't know what you're talking about at all. We were very, very hard workers. So we grab 10, copy that in there. Subtract 10 from 79. That's negative. Let's copy 79 in there. And we should perform our swap now. So we bump J. So I don't want to do this jump. I want to just fall through. So we'll get rid of that jump statement, and this might have done it. Adam is pretty bad at mini golf. Yeah, I mean, I was actually pretty terrible at it. Like, yeah, Fira, aka Matt, is the mini golf champion. He got like a 18 or something, I don't fucking know. Or 16. Alright, so let's see what happens when we do this. So try 32 from 89. It's negative, so we're gonna swap the values of 32 and 89. So copy 32 into that position. Bump up J. Copy 89 into that position. Why is it bumping down 0? It needs to bump down J. That's what it needs to do. Okay, let's see how this goes. So we've successfully swapped. And then we're stuck in an infinite loop. Because when I'm holding 0, I want to just leap out of this code entirely. So if when I copy from J, if what I'm holding is 0, then we just want to jump all the way back to the start of our function. Alright, let's see what happens. Okay, we're doing the swapping correctly. So we swap 49 and 76, we're holding 0, so we stop, and then... I forgot to outbox anything. Whoops, my function has no output. Let's leap over everything. And then this is now called out. We then outbox from 0 to len, our input. Yeah, 17 in one game. I did get pretty close. I did it very close. So we, what do we do? We're gonna copy from what 24 is pointing to. We'll outbox it, and then we bump 24 up, and if it's 0, and if and then if we subtract it from length, and if it's 0, then we jump back to this point. If it's not 0, if it is 0, then we subtract length from we'll be holding a 0, so we just copy that into 24, and then we jump all the way back to the start of our function. Okay, let's see what happens when we do this. And then when we inbox on empty input, that's when the function stops running. So copy 99, 0, 35, 48, 99. We did it. I have beaten the game. Bad tile address. Tile address -1 does not exist. Where do you think you're going? Sub J. Something didn't work. And I'm not sure what. I'm jumping if I'm negative. So when I move equivalent values off of each other, then I should also stop. Alright, so this is close. It's not quite 100% correct, but I think this output should run now. No, it's weird. Something doesn't happen right when I work with letters. So we're holding... What are we doing? We're doing L and C. Okay. So we copy in 0, we throw it out, and now we've entered our outer loop here. So we grab 0, we load it into I, and we load that into J. And then we bump up I. I is 1. We don't do anything because J is still 0. Copy from... Oh, we copy I into J. I is... Oh, I did this jump if 0 a little bit early, I think. That's what the issue is. So, let's see. We grab index of 1. We copy that into temp. We bump J down. We copy from temp. We subtract it from what J is pointing to. We get 9. So then we should jump back up to here. Ah, I did do this a little bit early, so we need to copy... so this jump... This jump here is what's throwing things off. But only on inputs of letters. Which is really, really strange. I think, anyway. Right, I see. I understand what the issue is. So I'm jumping in the wrong spots because I'm holding a number and then testing if that's 0 or like greater than 0 or something, which is the wrong approach. So we put down this. So I need to move one jump statement, then my code is correct. I like to show off my skills in mini golf. Well, I mean, I'm going to be playing mini golf later tonight, so we grab L. We're going to compare it against C. So we subtract L from C. We get 9. Grab C, load it in there. The temp. Ah, yes. So that's the issue. So we're jumping. This jump statement is incorrectly placed. No, this jump statement is fine. The issue is I think I might need to jump here. Damn it. Okay, I need to see this fucking once again. Pain in the ass. Why is this hard? Okay, that's fine. We load that in there. We load up human. There's like one tiny bit of logic that I've messed up, and I'm just having the worst trouble figuring out where it is. Okay, so we'll subtract that to get 13, and then if I'm going to step back with the debugger real quick here. So the issue is, when I do this jump backwards, I'm holding 13, so we don't do the swap. Ah, so when I don't do that is the issue. So I need to leap over the swap into here, and then that will do it. So with that in place, we'll probably be able to do this. Load that up, okay. Then false. Aha! That did it! And we need to move the E all the way over. As you can see, that did not actually do it. So the issue now is that my outer loop isn't running for enough steps. So when I do this swap, I need to swap back the L, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, A, B, C, D, E, F, G. What was the issue again? A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L. And then a P, Q. So E didn't get moved back all the way. E didn't get moved back, like, at all. What happens if I run this all the way through? So I put in E. Yes. Okay, so E didn't get moved back. Did not get moved back all the way. So I quit this outer loop too early. So after I do one step of swap, and when we jump, we're jumping to outer, but in actuality, I want to be jumping to here. And then when I do this part, when I reach this section, that's when I want to jump to inner. That's all. I think this will do it. Now I'm singing the alphabet. What is going on? Well, you know, that's fine. What the hell is this? Okay. So I'm still doing my jump statements incorrectly. I don't know what I changed. So we copied in 0 in there. And then jump if 0 came a little bit early. Nope, that's fine. So bump up I. Then we've jumped to here. We copy from 0. That's not correct. So I did want to jump to that statement. That ends that. Okay, let's try this now. He's so bad, Kappa. This is fucking atrociously hard. This level is nuts. So copy 1 in there, grab 13, copy that into that value, subtract 0 from J, we subtract 13 from 73, it's negative, so we swap. And then when we do that, we need to, we need to compare. We copied in 73, and we set J is equal to 0. We then do our test here, so 41 should move 1 over. That's why you got fired. Just kidding, you didn't. I know I didn't get fired. I was there. I would have learned. I would have known if I had gotten fired. Okay, so let's go ahead and watch this get stuck in an infinite loop. So at some point I did this wrong. So what is throwing things off? It is this jump statement right here. So somewhere along the lines, I'm not doing this right. God damn it. It took Wanda about 5 days to do this puzzle, by the way, so I don't feel bad about taking this long. Okay, so we put 46 in there, that's fine. Perfect, 19, 46, 97. Okay, so we managed to outbox something correctly. Now, we need to do this string, and this is mostly back to where it was, which is fine. So we'll outbox everything. I mean, we'll copy everything to memory. Okay, so we copy zeros in for I and J. Grab 1, copy that for J. Subtract, we copy that into there, subtract 0 from that. Okay, so O should move before T, which it will. I created something beautiful. Yeah, I did. It was glorious. Did you ever even fucking see the damn thing? I don't think you actually ever saw the website, Matt. So we copy 2 into J. We do R. Copy that in. R is less than T. So we should get a negative number, and we do. So we do 1 swap. And then we need to do another comparison. And what I need to make sure is I need to see if this comparison gets done. So we do our bump down on J. And then we don't do our comparison. That's the issue. So we'll stop. Fucking, I really wish that when you press stop, it was pause. That's what I want so much in this goddamn game. But I don't get that, which is fine. Okay, so we'll run this. You also presented it. Oh yeah, I forgot I did that. Okay, so I want to see where I need to put in my check incorrectly on this specific string. Okay, so we're gonna get our... Yeah, okay, so let's look at this code real quick. So we have done 1 comparison of R against T. Okay, that's good. We find that's -2, so then we swap the values. So we go into swap. Okay, we'll grab that. And this is all fine and dandy. We do our swap perfectly. And then we subtract J to get back to where we were. And then we need to put a jump statement in right here. That goes up to this value. That's exactly where I need to put it. So we put this jump in between these 2 blocks. And that goes right there. We're currently holding a value. Okay, that looks good. Let's run this now. As you can tell, this worked perfectly. So we need to jump over that part. Okay, that's correct. So that's apparently what happens when you do a bunch of jumping. You just kind of get stuck in this like really, really funky looking loop. Okay, so we do another comparison. That looks good. We should outbox all these things. And we do, so that looks good. Okay, so then we do torso. Alright, so let's slow this thing down and see what the hell happens. Copy zeros into I. We set I, or J is equal to I. We bump up I by 1. Okay, so we look at O. We copy O into temp. We compare O against T. We get negative, so we copy T into temp 2. And we swap. Okay, that looks good. Then, after doing this, we should go to 0, and then we do our loop. Okay, cool. That looks actually really close. So we grab R, copy it in. We grab T, or we compare. And then we find that R is less than T, so we should swap. We copy T there. Copy R into 1. Copy T into R. And bump J down. And we say, R. Okay, we compare R against 0 and find that it's positive, so we just skip into the rest of the program. I think this works. Let's run it. So O should move all the way to the left. And then, okay, that's it. I beat the game. Sort of. I mean, there's still the bonus levels, but that's insertion sort. So, yeah, there we are. I mean, that was a hell of an interesting game, for sure. That was a hell of an interesting way to end it, too. Insertion sort and assembly was very difficult. It's, like I said, it took Wander 5 days to do this. He's also not a programmer, so I can't boast that much about it. But, yeah, so... Why can't I write insertion, sort, and assembly? I just did, motherfucker. I just fucking did. I just did. I just put insertion, sort, and assembly. You did a selection, sort, and assembly in grad school last month. Well, excuse me, I don't have a graduate degree in computer science, unlike you. Okay. So then the last test of this is to determine if it works in a string that's of length 1, and it should work just fine. Because, J will be equal to 0, and then it'll just immediately exit the loop. Yeah, I'm probably gonna not play this again, for the rest of the night. I'm gonna do something else, something more fun, something way less, difficult and stressful. I'm clapping, you can't hear it. I mean, dude, there it is. Like, there's the glory of insertion sort in assembly. And that's the game. Let's see how I did in terms of efficiency. Not good. Let's see how I did in terms of speed. Not good. Oh well, let's see the end of the game. Cinematic, at least. We've earned that much tonight.
Congratulations. You've really become an invaluable instruction follower.
Yes, don't worry. Your job is safe. We've replaced you with this electric box.
It's called a computer. It iterates through a list of simple instructions called a program.
It has a small amount of memory to store data while processing, like tiles on the floor.
It has inputs
and outputs.
Its simple instructions can be used to get run infinite combinations, to compute just about anything you can imagine.
A truly efficient worker that never sleeps.
It's going to change everything.
Please take your things and enjoy whatever it is you people do out there. Congratulations.
Alright. Oh, I guess it's still going on. What the fuck? Wow, unbelievable. Alright, so... that was Human Resource Machine, I guess. Yeah, we were just fired. Yeah, I guess so. So, let's, I hope that the credits are short. Okay, that's fine. So, I'm gonna exit the game, and I want to point out something. Those characters that were speaking at the very end were a ridiculously nerdy goddamn illusion. Oh my god. Let's see if I can find this.
Conclusion. We have found MySQL to be an excellent database for our website. Any questions?
Yes, I have a question. Why didn't you use MongoDB? MongoDB is a web-scale database and doesn't use SQL or join.
Yeah, okay. So, there you go.